Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I've been using iOS 18.4.1 for the past couple of weeks. And in this video, I'm going to give you my overall experience running iOS 18.4.1. I'm going to share the battery life on both my iPhone and my iPad, go over the battery health, as well as share the Geekbench score towards the end of the video as well. Now, as far as my performance on iOS 18.4.1, this really isn't a large update, but I did mention, and I believe last week's video, that it fixed the canary mail where you tint the icon widget and the widget would white out. That seems to work properly. But as far as my performance on iOS 18.4.1, well, if we go into podcast here, and we do some scrolling, it seems to load up nice and quickly. Now, I do want to mention one thing. I believe last week, Apple launched a website called Apple Snapshot. You can track different Apple athletes or different music artists. And you see there is an Apple Music icon, Apple TV, and I believe they have a podcast also. I will dig deeper into this website and see what it can do. But they have an article of the people you can look up on here. And so far, it is a really nice website. Thought I'd just mention that in this video. Now, as far as scrolling is good on this 60 hertz display. This is my iPhone 12. But as far as my battery life on this particular device, we're going to settings, general, and battery health. You can see I'm at 83%. Some days I'm not getting good battery health. Being away from a charger for a couple of hours, there was one time I had to power off this device as it was really low. But that's to be expected with an iPhone that I've had for 3 years with an aging battery. Hopefully, I do get the chance to upgrade this device. But you can see I just started using this particular device, 21 minutes screen on time, 2 minutes of screen off time. If I take a look at yesterday, I got 6 hours, 16 minutes screen on time, 34 minutes screen off time. And that is on my iPhone 12. Now, as far as the battery life on my iPad, I'm going to go ahead and share that as well. On my iPad, if I go in here and share my battery life, you don't have the ability to check battery health. Unfortunately, if you have the newer iPad Pros, you will have that, but with older models, you unfortunately don't get it. But with my battery life on here, I got 15 minutes screen on time, 1 minute screen off time. Yesterday, 4 hours, 12 minutes screen on time, 8 minutes of screen off time. Now, if I had to take a guess of what would be the battery health on this device, I've had this iPad for just as long as I've had my iPhone, so we'd probably be around the low 80s in battery health. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to check that. Is older iPad models don't get the battery health section that the iPad Pro M4, as well as both the iPad Air M2 and M3 models get, as well as the new iPad Mini A17 Pro. They all get the battery health section as those were newer models. This is an iPad Air 4th generation released in 2020, and unfortunately, it does not get the battery health section. Now, as far as my Geekbench score, I'm going to go ahead and run that really quickly, and I'm going to share that as well. Geekbench completed, and we scored 2,076 for single core, 4,690 for multi-core. Now, if I take a look at last week, I scored 2,058 for single core, 4,642 for multi-core. And on my iPad, I scored 2067 for single core, 5080 for multi-core. And if I go to last week's results, I scored 2090 for single core, 4998 for multi-core. As far as what's next from Apple, well, iOS 18.5 RC is next. And with that update, I would expect Pride wallpapers. We tend to get those every year, and these are the ones we got last year in iOS 17.5. Prior to that, this one is the one we got in iOS 16.5. It's a particles wallpaper. I mean, it does look really nice. This one here, we did not get in a point update. We just kind of got it thrown in iOS 16 betas. Now, it's also said that we're supposed to get some other kind of wallpaper, whether it's a dynamic wallpaper, maybe more color wallpaper, but we're supposed to get more wallpaper collections in iOS 18.5. So if we do get those wallpapers, I will make a video and talking about what's new with that update. iOS 18.5 is going to release on May 12th. And when it does release, I will have a video talking about everything new in that update with the ability to turn off contact posters right from the Mail app itself, the ability to recover and delete all photos in the recently deleted section of the Photos app, the update to device care and warranty in the Settings app, and some more small bug fixes in between as well. Then we're also going to get iOS 18.6 Beta 1, have that released to beta testers. But this is what I'm looking most forward to, iOS 19. With iOS 19, it's possible that Apple could update the control center, maybe have updates. I did add low power mode to my control center. It's because when my phone is really low, I do use it. It doesn't really do much, but I do use it. But we are expected to get circular icons with iOS 19. And hopefully, we get the ability to tint the icons on the notification center. I did leave a community poll on my YouTube app. You see, I've tinted my icons, but they don't tint on the notification center, unfortunately. I tinted my icons. If I go to my YouTube channel here, and by the way, I am almost at 200 videos, so we are getting very close. But here is my home screen. I tinted with the Pride wallpaper, and you see it tinted very perfectly, matching the wallpaper. So hopefully in iOS 19, we get the ability to tint the icons on the lock screen itself. When we tint on the home screen, hopefully it brings the ability to tint the icons on the lock screen as well. As far as anything else, well, that's it for iOS 18.4.1. It's a nice update. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We're currently working on getting to 180 subscribers by May 10th or maybe May 12th. By the time iOS 18.5 releases. And then after that, I'm going to work on getting to 200 subscribers by July 1st. Hopefully, that's 20 more subscribers past 80. I want to reach that milestone as I will have a live stream out for when I reach 200 subscribers on my YouTube channel. May 16th is going to make 6 months since I've had this channel. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I will see you guys later. Peace.